Look at yourself. Right now, are you really giving it everything you've got? Or are you holding back? Are you playing it safe? Because the truth is, greatness demands more. It demands obsession. They call it crazy. They call it unbalanced. They tell you to slow down, to find your inner peace. But they don't understand. They haven't felt the fire, the all-consuming drive to be the absolute best. This isn't about some abstract ideal of balance. This is about achieving something extraordinary, and that requires a temporary imbalance, a willingness to sacrifice everything else for your one singular goal. You think you can reach the pinnacle of your potential by being well-rounded? Think again. You obviously don't want it bad enough. Because I became obsessed. I became obsessed with being the best that God ever created. Am I that? I don't care. I believe it. And that belief, that's the fuel. It's okay to be unbalanced for a while. Don't listen to the people who preach balance while you're climbing the mountain. To be the best in the world, you have to find every bit of energy, every ounce of strength. Balance comes later. Obsession is going to beat talent every time. You've got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? Is it all you ever think about? Let's face it, it's you against you. Out there on that court, on that stage, in that arena, it's all on you. You have to believe you are the best, but we're so worried about what other people think. Oh my gosh, what if they think I'm crazy? What if they think I'm over-obsessive or competitive? Let me tell you something. Their opinions don't matter. This is your fight. How do you unlock that level of intensity? How do you become comfortable with that fire? You create an alter ego, a separate self, a warrior, a beast. Think of it like an actor preparing for a role. They don't just play the character, they become the character. That was my switch. It was like an actor getting ready for a film. You've got to put yourself in that cage. And when you're in that cage, you are that character. And when you're in that cage, don't touch me. Don't talk to me. You become something else, something more. You've got to be a little bit gone to it. You're not all there. You've got to be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that. That's why I don't know about nothing else. I don't pay attention to anything else. There were games of football on yesterday, rugby, this, that. Normal society is like, let's talk about this. Let's engage in this. And I can't. People are talking to me. And in my head, I'm counting something. I'm counting up a number, or I'm knee-deep in a sequence on the mat or on the feet. That's my life. Sequences and numbers, nothing else. I cannot pay attention to anything else. How much harder will you work to get back to the championship? I'll push myself to exhaustion. The fear isn't failure. The fear is never reaching your potential. That's it. Always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man and you look back, God, I could have been great. I became the most obsessed person on the planet Earth. I basically had to invent a guy that didn't exist, a guy that can take any pain, any suffering, any kind of judgment. I had to build this callous mind, and I built it through suffering. I built it through just crushing myself. If it was raining outside 3 o'clock in the morning, if it was snowing, the first instinct is, don't go out there. My instinct was, we've got to go out there. Anything that was horrible in my life that I would normally say, no, that's inhumane to most people. I had to go do it. Maybe I should just quit and go back to making noodles. Quit? Don't quit. Noodles. Don't noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. There's a saying, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. What's the matter with you? Tomorrow? No, tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. You wake up in the morning. It's cold. It's wet. It's dark. You've got no cartilage in your knee. You've got lousy shorts. Whatever it is, that's the issue today. Keep talking. I need you to keep talking about what you were just saying. It's warm on the couch. Your partner says, stay in bed. It's comfy. It's cozy. You've got work later on. You had an argument last night. You're slightly hungover, but I know everyone isn't going to do what I'm going to do. You've got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's why you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. I'm telling you, it is worth it. And you know what? You actually know it's worth it. That's why you're asking this question. You know it's worth it to have discipline, but you think there's an easier way. You think that it's something that people have. You think that when the alarm clock goes off, it's like, oh, just like my father taught me, I rise and I shine. No, it's like the pillow feels soft and comfortable and the alarm clock is banging on my head and I don't like it. But you know what? I know it's worth it to get up and get after it. I know it's worth it, and you know it's worth it. You've got to stop. You've got to stop with all this, I can't catch a break. All the time you're complaining. You could be instead hustling. You could be instead chasing your dream. You could be instead figuring out what you're doing wrong, trying to improve certain aspects of your life, getting it together, reading a book, meditating, something. But this I can't catch a break attitude is not helping anybody, and it pushes everybody away from you. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And yet, somehow, we expect things to change. We expect to get in better shape, to get more money, for our relationships to improve, to get promoted, to get a raise. We expect the world to get better without us doing anything. But it isn't. Nothing is going to change unless you change what you're doing. What's the point of fighting my way up the mountain when someone else is just going to come up the easy way? There is always going to be someone who does things the easy way, but that should not stop you from doing things the right way. It is your journey. Only you decide when it ends. I don't care how good you are at anything. You don't have discipline, you ain't nobody, nothing without discipline. 'Cause you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. Don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person or any other thing. Forget clubs. Forget partying. Forget trying to fit in and socialize. Rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing? Every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you're always studying. Because I'm trying to get it. Forget your motivation. You need discipline. Because motivation is not there every day. I'm missing motivation most days. Some days, yeah, sometimes I've got motivation. Sometimes today I felt good. I can't wait to get to the gym. A lot of days gotta get to the gym. And then once I get going, then I feel great. And I feel great when it's over. But it's that beginning part that's hard because your body wants to stay comfortable. What do you think most people get wrong about motivation? They think it's a permanent fix. They think it's something that is constant. They think that maybe once I get it, I'm going to hold on to it. And that's the thing about, I was telling you that I always talk about, nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. And a lot of times you have to learn to perform without motivation. Go do something. Do the best thing that you can think of. Put the best plan you have into practice. It's not going to be perfect, and it will change along the way, but it will change partly because you become disciplined pursuing the path. And as you become disciplined, you become wiser. And as you become wiser, you become able to formulate better and better plans. It's easy to give up. Easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going. Yeah, I ain't gonna keep going. I don't feel like going to work. Done. It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm going to do the same thing again today, but I'm going to try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. Imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on, the ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? You cannot change your life unless you change something. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got, no matter what it is. Many times you say to yourself, I've got to lose weight. I've got to lose weight. I'm too fat. And then, you know what? During the day, you eat. You eat at night. And then the next day, you get mad at yourself. Well, what do you want? What do you want? You've got to change something. When I was in the military, we'd go on these instructor-led runs. Most of the time, we knew the start and end point. So on the way back, I'd start seeing people getting happy because the end was near. But there were some instructors that would hear the happiness and go right on past the end point. When that happened, everybody stopped talking. Heads would start dropping. And I'd start taking souls at that time. I knew what happened in their minds. They were living off the hope factor. They hoped the instructors would stop running. They hoped the water was never cold. They hoped the weather was good. I don't live off that hope. I wish the water was cold. I wish them instructors would keep on running. I wish for rain. When the end is unknown and the distance is unknown, that's when you know who you are.